Hey guys, it's ArtDude47 here. Welcome back for another devlog video. Today I'm checking back in. This is the first devlog since I released the game to play on itch. It is still just like an alpha demo, but I am trying to do weekly updates to the game. This week it's been a little more just because I found some bugs, but I'm trying to do weekly updates which will also help me track with the devlogs. So when I release a weekly devlog, the update should be released for the game basically the same day. So this week we're focusing all on trying to make the game have more gameplay. So currently there were 4 NPCs, all of whom you could date and take to 4 different date locations, but that was basically it. You couldn't really do much more. There was testing at school just to kind of add another layer of depth, but it's still missing really key elements of gameplay. So that's where I wanted to go with this update, and I've already done a ton of coding. So over here in the inspector, you'll see that I have Emily Parker, one of our NPCs, who is a scriptable object, pulled up. And basically the first thing I needed to do to make this system was I needed to start tracking a ton more information. I'll just make this a little bigger so that way we can read all of the things. So first I added this whole relationship tracking status, which basically keeps track of the last time you called the NPC and the last time you took them on a date. And then what we could do is we can use that to determine how long it's been since you interacted with this NPC, which will come into play a bit later. Haven't implemented birthdays yet, but that's coming soon. Introduction requirements already existed. That's how you meet the NPC. In this case, this NPC doesn't have any since you will know them from the beginning of the game. And then we've got a bunch of different dialogues. So we've got dialogues for each date location, what happens when they answer the phone, and when they arrive at the date location. Plus we have when they don't answer the phone, when they introduce themselves to you. Ask Walk Home isn't implemented yet, so we don't actually have dialogues there. Then we've got agree to a date and decline a date. So then the other thing I've done, and I just realized I need to add a header there, so we'll just do that real quick to make it a little bit more readable. Is I've implemented somewhat of a bomb system similar to Tokimeki Memorial, where the NPC can start maliciously spreading rumors about you, basically. So we've got your current bomb points, we've got what the threshold is for them to arm a bomb, and then the points you need to get to defuse the bomb after it's armed. We keep track of the date that the bomb was armed, and then how long in days that you have to defuse it. It says 42 now, that's just because that was the last date. It gets randomized with, it's like pseudo-random, so it does use stats to kind of help determine that. And then we've got the relationship with the player. So now we've got what their base relationship value is, so that way it can differ by NPC. Since this is kind of your childhood friend, she'll start with a higher relationship than other NPCs. And then we've got base date acceptance rate, which is a percentage, how likely they are to accept an invite to the date. And then we've got what their max date acceptance rate is. This is assuming that their relationship with you is as high as it can get. What is the highest date acceptance? And I added these rates so that way it could differ between NPCs. You could see, since she's kind of the childhood friend, she gets all the way up to 95%. Not 100, because of course, just like real life, anybody's busy sometimes. The 40 seems low, but that basically means from the 60 you started at in relationship, you have to get her all the way down to 0. So you would have to make very bad choices for it to ever actually be a 40%. So when you start the game, you'll probably, for this NPC, look more around like a 75% rate or so. And then we also just track the amount of times you've called and dated the NPC, just for that kind of stat tracking. So then, to tie it all together, the big system that we've added is the bombing system. So it uses all of this data together in order to determine when and if an NPC is going to so-called bomb you. So what we do is monthly, we check these stats, when the last time you dated and called them are. And if they're more than a month old, that's going to, the NPC is going to take that you've been ignoring them, and that's going to add to their bomb points. When you make bad choices on dates, or if you miss a scheduled date, things like that will also hurt bomb points. And so then, once the bomb points are at the bomb threshold, they will ignite the bomb. So we will go ahead and test this real quick. We'll just set it to 5, and then we'll make that 0. And if I play the game, I will need just a little bit of luck. I'll show you a little why I haven't fixed this yet, is because I use that to kind of skip the intro. Eventually I will fix that so you can't hit the buttons once I add some more debugging options for myself, because right now I have not really worked on debugging, and so I've got no way to set like a God mode where date acceptance is always 100%. So we'll see. Good, she accepted and answered the phone, so we're good there. We'll go on the date, and if you watch the bomb points here, we should meet her at the local park. We'll go on the date. I will choose the bad choice, and so you can see our bomb points are now 10. We end the date. On the next day, now we've got, it seems someone's spreading rumors about me. And the reason we've got that is because it's letting you know somebody has just armed a bomb. Now you'll have time to defuse it before it goes off, because you'll see we're at a 61 relationship value. Watch that, we will let the bomb go off, but in this case it's only 2 days. So we'll go, what should I focus on this week, and we'll just focus on something else, and you can watch the relationship value after 2 full days plummets. It goes to 41. The bomb's no longer armed though, and when the bomb system is active, that is it's affecting all NPCs once that bomb detonates. So everybody's relationship's being hurt because they spread rumors about you. Everyone's hearing the rumors. Everyone's relationship's hurt. So that's kind of going to be the main gameplay loop, is you're going to have to balance your relationships with everybody in order to not get bombed, because if you do, it's going to hurt your relationship so bad that it'll take a long time to recover. And as the game ages and you know more girls and you have to balance more relationships, it could potentially hurt the ending that you're going to get. So that's what I've been working on basically all this week. I'm trying to think if there's anything I missed. We'll just set this back to 0 just for me. But I think that's basically everything that I've added. There were a couple bug fixes that I did as well. I noticed that one of my date calculations wasn't working correct. We were calculating the date before we were checking if it was a new month. So sometimes the day number could get to 32, and it was causing the game to crash when a new month started. So I fixed that. I think there were more bugs in between then that I've fixed, but I'm keeping an eye out for bugs, and I'm trying to add content as I can. So that's the update for this week. I will have the link to play the game in the bio. Make sure you check it out. Make sure you go and play, or in the description of the video. Please leave a like and subscribe. That would help out a lot and allow you to keep up with development. Ask any questions in the comments, and until next time, I thank you guys for watching.